that bodybuilding could have a positive effect on anybody's life. It's something positive to put your energy into, and that's got to be a good thing.
By surprise. Known as the Shadow, or the British Bulldog, his rise in the sport began in a dark and troubled adolescence.
Well, you know, as like a lot of kids, I lacked direction in life, and I got into a little bit of trouble and things like that. I wouldn't say it was really too crazy. You know, the usual things. You know, there's a lot of unemployment at the time in England, and I didn't have much direction in my life, so I spent a lot of time partying and drinking and things like that and getting into trouble. So when I started bodybuilding, it was something really, I felt, you know, something really positive that I could put my energy into.
Winning his first contest in 1985 at a body weight of 210 pounds, the unknown Yates was invited to compete on the British team at the World Games the next week. He went into seclusion for 2 years and re-emerged in 1988 to win the overall British title in 1988. Now a professional, Dorian was ready to prove himself against the best that America had to offer. But were the Yankees ready for him?
The Americans, they seem to be quite complacent and laid back, especially with their training. You know, whenever I go to America to train over there, it seems like I never see anybody really training very hard in the gyms. Where back in England, you know, I think there's more of a working type ethic. The guys in the gym are really going for it and really training hard and everything like that. We might not have the sophisticated kind of facilities and so on that they have in the States, but I think there's a lot more, you know, there's a lot more heart and a lot more guts. I think they had it a little bit too easy in the States.
After taking second at the 1990 Night of the Champions, Dorian returned a year later to claim that title in New York. For perhaps the first time on stage, Haney had met his match in height and muscle weight. At the 1991 IFBB Mr. Olympia, Yates actually outscored Haney in the muscularity round, and the two were tied going into the evening competition. While Haney had brought out insecurities in the best of contenders, Yates proved tough to break.
It's really been an advantage for me to train in England. For myself and my kind of personality, I'm a very private kind of person, so I don't really like to be in the limelight all the time. I like to go home, you know, in my own environment, with my own family, my own friends, and everything where I feel comfortable, and just train there, and nobody knows what's going on. And I'm working day in, day out, all year round to improve my physique, and then I can pop up, you know, here like at the Mr. Olympia, and everybody's going to be saying, wow, what happened to this guy, you know, because they haven't seen me all year, so they're going to see the improvement.
While in the end, Haney edged out Yates for his 8th consecutive Olympia victory, the battle had been very close. Dorian returned to his dungeon-like temple gym, away from the light and publicity, the formula that has always worked for him.
I'm prepared psychologically to come here, even though it might be my first Mr. Olympia contest, and people might think, well, he's going to be overawed by the occasion and intimidated. There's no way, you know, I'm prepared psychologically. I believe in myself, and, you know, I'm committed to show everybody what I've done.